Have you spent your life reaching upward for meaning, only to feel weighed down by the effort of becoming enough? What if true humility is not about lowering yourself, but discovering that even the vastness of life meets you where you stand? The sky that kneels reveals how releasing struggle and standing in awareness allows clarity, dignity, and balance to return naturally. The seeker walked until the land widened and the horizon stretched without boundary. There were no walls here, no thresholds to cross, no markers to announce arrival. Above him, the sky opened vast and uninterrupted, a depth of blue that seemed to breathe. Clouds moved slowly, not hurried by purpose, not delayed by resistance. They drifted as if guided by a patience older than time. The seeker stopped and lifted his gaze. For much of his life, he had looked upward, seeking answers, signs, or approval. He had searched the heights for meaning, believing truth lived above effort and beyond reach. Yet here, beneath the open sky, something unexpected occurred. The sky did not loom or dominate. It softened, its vastness did not diminish him. It met him. In that moment, the seeker sensed a quiet reversal. The sky, in all its immensity, seemed to bow toward the earth, not in submission, but in recognition. It was as if the greater acknowledged the smaller, not as lesser, but as essential. The seeker felt the weight of striving loosen. He realized that reverence did not flow in one direction. Awareness itself invited relationship. He noticed how the horizon curved gently, how light touched ground without force. Nothing pressed downward. Nothing demanded descent. The sky offered presence without insistence. In this offering, the seeker understood that humility was not about lowering oneself, but about meeting reality without defense or elevation. The seeker reflected on how often he had knelt inwardly before expectations, fears, and imagined judgments. He had bowed to urgency, to comparison, to the belief that worth was earned through effort alone. Yet the sky asked none of this. It remained vast and available regardless of his accomplishments or failures. It did not require him to prove readiness. It simply remained a realization formed slowly. True humility was not learned through diminishment, but through alignment. When awareness was clear, even the infinite responded with gentleness. The sky did not kneel because it was lesser, but because relationship required balance. Nothing stood above awareness. Nothing stood beneath it. The seeker felt his breath deepen. His posture shifted, not from instruction, but from ease. He no longer strained upward. He stood present within himself, grounded and receptive. In that stillness, the sky seemed closer, not physically, but relationally. Distance dissolved without movement. He remembered moments when life had humbled him through loss, confusion, or uncertainty. Those moments had felt like collapses, as though the ground had been pulled away. Now he saw that humility did not need to arrive through fracture. It could emerge through understanding. When resistance fell away, dignity remained intact. The seeker sensed that the sky kneeling was a mirror. When awareness released its demand to dominate or submit, reality responded with harmony. Power did not come from control, but from coherence. Strength was not loud or rigid. It was spacious and responsive. As clouds shifted, shadows moved across the land, teaching without instruction. Light and shade coexisted without conflict. Neither attempted to erase the other. The seeker recognized this as a deeper form of balance. Life did not require constant illumination. It required attentiveness through change. The sky continued to bow, moment by moment, not as an act, but as a condition of being. Its vastness included the seeker rather than overshadowing him. He felt seen without scrutiny, held without restraint. The need to define himself loosened further. Identity softened into presence. In this encounter, the seeker learned that reverence was mutual. When awareness met the world without pretense, the world responded without resistance. The sacred did not stand above him. It stood with him. Even the sky acknowledged this truth. He stepped forward again, carrying no symbol, no proclamation. Something quieter accompanied him now, a steadiness rooted not in certainty, but in trust. The understanding that nothing needed to be conquered to be meaningful. Nothing needed to kneel except illusion. As he walked on, the sky remained open, unchanged, yet newly understood. It followed him without pursuit, watched without judgment. And the seeker knew that wherever he stood with awareness, the vast would meet him there, not towering, not distant, but gently inclined toward presence.